Neyland Stadium in Knoxville, one of the great venues in all of college football and home to the Tennessee Volunteers. And this crowd knows that when the balls run through the tee, they are in for a show. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Vols will kick it away first. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Irish offense will take the field to start this game. And here he is, one of the best. Game, and he just commands attention both from the defense and from the fans.
Yeah, he's a guy you got to keep your eye on, and you're going to see him line up all over the field in this game. He can play in the slot, he can play out wide, he can run the entire gamut in the route tree as well. Really nothing this guy can't do.
That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Connection to the right. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
Nice play there. And I know when you think Notre Dame football, you're thinking about running the football and all those NFL offensive linemen they have. But when you've got playmakers like him on the perimeter, you've got to be able to take advantage of him. This guy has the chance to play on Sundays. He's too good. If you've got a window to throw and that guy's out running the route, give him an opportunity.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Quarterback on the keeper. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Such a great job by the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean? Now it means third and long. Third and long, now go to dime packages, to nickel packages. I'm taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed.
Ball in the air, intercepted! He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
And that right there is a huge reason why this team has a winning record coming into this game. Their defense takes the ball away. And here on the opening drive, athleticism in the back end of the defense, picking it off and putting it in great field position for their own.
Here comes the offense on first down. Quick release on the RPO. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking downfield, it's Iamaleava. Now he's going to break the pocket. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. And guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. That is no good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it. Here come the Irish back on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Irish send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
The Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's White. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Lets it fly deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, even though that pass was incomplete, I wouldn't be shocked if this defense in the 2nd half decides to play some deeper coverages. This offense has already shown. Aggressive, and they've got a lot of speed. Moving forward, this defense cannot afford to give up big plays in the passing game.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the 1st. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football.
Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive units.
Quick release by the QB. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On third down, going up top. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. And very important not only to generate power, but to find his mark, a 49-yard try from the left. And this one splits the uprights. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm.
And that pass is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. The offense set for a first down play. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. So now on second and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. Back to pass. It's Iamaleava. He'll take a shot. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here come the Irish back on offense. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly. It's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start, but if you start building steam, David, that can work too.
No doubt, man, and sometimes it snowballs. But what do great teams do? Great teams respond. Struggled the first quarter, Palmer. They've done a great job rebounding and putting some points on the board.
You're right. I think they've started to identify the matchups that are in their favor. On this drive, they need to keep attacking, taking advantage of those matchups.
Back to work on 2nd and 10 from the 41 after that last incompletion. He leaves it with his back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Man, sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Makes the grab well past the sticks. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
And the Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Headed to the end zone. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Miami is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul in Oxford who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Missouri.
Got it in the middle. It's McCray.
We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on him for us. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Tlobf. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. A 3rd and long coming up here. Back to the air one more time. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Irish send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice.
He's looking deep. Pulls it in on the right. He's off to the races. Touchdown ball! And once he got loose, it was...
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And they tacked on the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. He wants to throw. And he gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. They need something that goes forward this time on second and long from the 14. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Touchdown, Tennessee! How about that D coming up with a play like that? Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to get the first through the air. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Looking left. Hauls it in. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Volunteers!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here come the Irish back on offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Just about set for the 2nd half kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
To the ground with the back. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful in making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets to give. Keeps the legs moving. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first.
A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
I don't know what play they called, but I would call it again because the defense had no idea what was going on. Receiver comes wide open, catches the football, and gets the easy touchdown.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. He'll try to do it himself. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He'll try to get it through the air. Caught in the backfield. It's Lewis. He stopped quickly, but not before he has enough for the first down.
Well, not down in distance. The quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
And the Vols have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. The Vols moving quickly to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the 1st down. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. First down to start the drive after the break. Using the quick game. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Now on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Iamaleava. They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for the big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. An explosive play takes them right outside the red zone, and they've got it 1st and 10. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Able to move it ahead a couple of... Down to the 20.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Caught in the backfield, it's Lewis. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. The Volunteers trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. He's going to pass. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Just causing wreckage in the secondary.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
They've converted 3rd downs all day long, and now a chance to get a touchdown on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. It's good. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Nebraska is getting smoked, and even though this might seem surprising, I'm not sure folks around that program feel that way. Something's up there in Lincoln. They're trailing by 18 to USC.
Going up top on first down. Quickly to the tight end.
We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He's looking for an open man on second down. Caught over the middle. It's McCray. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. He's looking to throw it. They're trying to get to it. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
Unloads to the wideout. They almost had another interception. They're trying to set records out there. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Snagged in the middle. It's Thomas. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall.
By the receiver.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off his spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games and we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long. So let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game and take the W into the locker room.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Takes a handoff, and he's going right. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? Trying to beat him to the left. Turns it on at midfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. And the Volunteers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide out in motion. They'll throw it on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's White. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long, setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
Snowed under by the defense.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. 3rd and goal from way back there. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Fires into traffic, picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. One more play to pad the stats. To the air on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play.